And that's funny thing, nigga like Baby fuck around and go bring the real Rick Ross out. Like he'll fuck around and go get him. Like, yo, man.
I don't know if they have
these niggas, man.
Yeah, like I don't know if they have that type of extensive relationship though.
These niggas, man.
New Orleans, the problem is, man, when the dude has been known for effing himself over, effing everybody else over all the time, I can assure you that his business relationships, all the way from Wendy Day, the investors, to Rick Ross, he doesn't have them. Like he has himself and his money and the people who he pays.
I tell you what,
because you can tell, you know, when people, peace King, see you time to work. You can tell when people act like that with their business. Every single person that you rapped with has a problem with money. Every single beat maker, every single person that you touch in business says you didn't pay them. Like after a while, you don't have that many connections that you can call. You got a lot of money and a lot of houses, and that's it.
We might need to touch on that. I kind of disagree with that. Every person that has done business with cash money is not disgruntled.
Except Slim.
The thing about it, well, Slim is his brother.
That's what I'm saying.
But the thing about it, well, that's not true.
One of them was his son, supposedly.
To only say, like, my point, he had personal relationships with the dudes who have problems with it, with how he did business with them. Mainly BG, Lil Wayne. These are all people, like, I'm not going to say he raised these niggas, but, I mean, they obviously, I mean, it don't take a genius. He's had personal relationships with these guys. So
yeah, I'm saying,
you know, a lot of times that when that's intertwined, you don't really know the ins and out or why or what they fell out about or what the risk.
They all
about.
say
like,
money. They all say they want their money.
I've seen them do.
Bangladesh says he wants his money.
I've seen them do business with Mac 10s, Snoop Dogg's, Noriega, and I haven't heard, like, you know.
But I'm saying, I'm giving you a bunch that have, though. Like, you might.
Rich Thug. Like I said, the main people that I haven't even heard the Bangladesh, and that's off the, that beat that he did with Wayne.
Yeah. So he took the beat, never gave him his money.
So,
just like Khaled. He's at Khaled saying the same. He still hasn't seen his money.
And Khaled
the
never
beats.
said nothing.
Khaled
Rick Ross
say.
spoke for Khaled. But I never heard Khaled come out his mouth and say, yo, I had a problem with Birdman, give me...
Khaled never denied it.
Like, yo...
You come out and... Anyway, you know what? We're going to get to that. Listen, people, we got a lot to get to, man. We're going to get to Cardi B tomorrow. Find out, is she the female face?
Because if that's the case, then the same could be said about Diddy. The list is probably longer with Diddy. Like, the same could should be said about Diddy. Like, who? The Locks.
One.
What's the nigga name? What's the Carl Thomas? 112.
Nah, wait a minute. But all that stuff has been debunked though. But that stuff was debunked though.
Nah, it wasn't debunked.
That was debunked, man.
These niggas signed fucked up contracts, and niggas all pointed at Diddy. Like, yo, Diddy, you fucked us over.
I see you trying to. You said the Jews do it to black execs. Yeah, I mean that don't mean we need to follow suit. But I'll tell you what. Today's show isn't even about that. We were just going in, y'all. Let's get the music started. Let's get the party started. I think it's something to be said about maintaining the level of success that them niggas is at, and some of your underlinks or your workers hollering about they being disgruntled. And let's talk about that another day. Today, let's get it started.
We're gonna come back to that.
We're going to come back to that. Hello, YouTube. Cheers. My name is Bruce Lively.
And I'm D-Boy Slim.
Ooh, it's a bit loud. Welcome to The Basement, people. The Basement is the first daily hip-hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, Basement family. Once again, yet another rapper accused of rape. Yet another woman accused of being a publicity whore.
Yo, it's fugazi now, man.
Listen,
I'm not gonna hold y'all. It's fugazi.
Listen, Nelly was arrested for questioning but not charged, so it's beginning to look bad for the young lady who accused him at this time. I mean, it's a horrible crime to even come out your mouth and say unless there's some sort of proof. Anyway, we don't know. But this story is becoming more and more prevalent, and we're going to talk about it. Before we get started, you guys already know what it is. You have to check out our sponsors. The Fleetwood Spice collection, y'all. Listen, it's great, great, great spices that are different than all others. Unique tasting, unique blends, sweet, hot, salty, whatever you need. And I hear that they're coming out with a new popcorn blend. So y'all stay tuned for that. But go to thefleetwoodspicecollection.com. Check them out. It takes 5 minutes. Foodies, you will not be disappointed. Anyway, to the question. Turn the music off. Not that we know, but what should happen to false accusers of rape? It's getting time to ask that question. It used to be we couldn't say that because nobody would go through that type of humiliation, blah, blah, blah. But now it's really become a reality star world. Like, there's no more shame. So we have to ask, what should become?
No, I ain't gonna hold you.
What should become of the false accuser?
Yeah, what's happening with that? What happens when we know when it's confirmed?
Let go.
And it's it's a fact that a woman, and this is any woman in general, falsely accuses celebrity or any man for that matter of rape, because those accusations are serious, and a lot of time we take them as such. We just seen what happened with Bill Cosby. We just seen what happened with what's the guy in Hollywood, Weinstoff. What's this guy's name?
The Jewish dude. Yeah,
right. He just was brought up on similar charges too. So
movies.
It's serious when the accusations are made. But what happens? We want to go to the other side of that coin. Like, what happens when it's falsely accused?
Well, let's start it like this. First of all,
what should happen
when you
to a woman who falsely accuses a man of rape?
What should happen to a false accuser? But let's take this step by step. I'm always been, whenever we have this discussion, on the side of we can't automatically say that a woman is just falsely accusing. And I think the reason why we go there is because of social norms that we've helped set as men, right? So I don't want to hear your comments. I don't need the emails from women when we're having this discussion. But the truth is,
but we do want your feedback.
We do want your feedback. But the truth is, even though I'm on that side, I see more and more accusations holding less and less weight. I don't think Bill Cosby is one of those, though. I think after 25 women come out and say you did this, and you say that you did it, but it was just the 70s and it was all fun and games, after a while, you don't get that many chances with me. I don't believe you, and I believe the women. But with something like this Nelly, people not getting charged, this is not the first time in hip-hop, not the first time in celebrity life. No charges. You go, they question you, you come out, the woman has a shady past. It just happened in football with Ezekiel Elliott. He got dismissed. And what happens when you do this? What happens when women does this is it makes it bad for real rape victims. I'm not saying that Nelly did or didn't do this. We don't know. But it just brings up the question, what should happen? And I think what should happen to someone who falsely accuses someone of rape should be exactly equal and opposite to what happens to the person who gets charged for rape. Okay? You should go to jail. You should go to jail. You should be made an example of. But that's what that's all I got to say on it. Talk about it.
Somebody just left comments saying falsifying a criminal charge is a felony. That's a good point.
Felony.
That's a good point. And I think they should be tried and convicted to the fullest extent of the law. Yeah, that's where I stand on it too. I'm not sure whoever just left that comment, but we appreciate that.
That was time to work.
Okay, that's where I stand with it too. Like they should be tried and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. That does a lot of damage on a lot of different levels. As he just said, it makes it gives less merit to the next rape victim.
Right.
That comes out and says I was raped. To the stigma and the reputation that's placed upon who
You'll get to that
who
time
you're
of work.
falsely accusing sticks with them. It's hard to erase that stigma once you accuse somebody of taking advantage or forcing themselves on a woman, whether he did it or not, or whether he's found guilty or not. This whole stigma and now his reputation it's hard to get that back.
And you know what happens is the next time, even if you get off this time, the next time someone else decides to do that, you already have that in your record. You don't get the benefit of the doubt. And people prey on that. Women have been known to prey on that. This is fairly new as far as prevalence. I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to be as misogynistic as it comes. I've learned in time that the research shows that women have not been falsely accusing men of rape for a very long time. This isn't something that they just did. Okay? It's the new technology, it's the new ideas, it's the new fame, it's the new cool has prompted and promoted this type of foolishness on college campuses, in sports, and now in the hip hop and any entertainment game.
Stakes are higher.
Stakes are higher, and you can gain more. You can gain more, especially if you're a white girl, like my man Time to Work just said. They're gonna believe you. They're gonna believe you. That's been in America's history since day one. They're gonna believe you. But we're not even gonna go there.
I don't think that this is new per se, as far as women falsely accusing men of rape. I do think, just like anything else in our society, the microscope, there's a lens on it, probably more so than it would have been 30-something years ago, or 30, 40 years ago, whereas
I think the reason I hear about the lens, because just to interject, the reason why is because women's rights and place in society was not such where you was gonna be believed 30 years ago anyway. I think it may have happened more and not even been talked about.
You know what, I could agree with you there.
Whereas now it's the opposite.
Which is probably why you would have rape victims, if they're victims at all, because the last I checked, Cosby was acquitted. So Bruce mentioned he doesn't believe this or that, but the last I checked, the last trial Mr. Cosby went to, he was acquitted.
That's what's up, man. You gotta live with that.
But which is why you would have, so-say victims or people coming out from the 80s or the 70s saying that they was raped, because a lot of times that stuff did get pushed in the closet or swept under the rug or whatever the case, and that would just be that. But so I would agree with your statement of saying, now, yeah.
Your 15 minutes of fame, wrong or right, could get you on a TV show. Period. That couldn't happen 20 years ago before reality TV. Your 15 minutes of fame, wrong or right, your false accusation, if it was proven that you were false, you could still get a TV show. You can still get a book, you can still get an internet show, you can still get a blog, and still make a lot of money just by lying.
I agree with that. What's my man?
Time to Work? What do you say?
Time to Work. He said if 50 Cent was accused of it, there'd be 90 other chicks come out the woodworks and say he did that to them too.
Yesterday.
That's a fact.
Yesterday. That's a fact.
I believe that too.
Listen, females who are watching. Wait, let me just interject. Tomorrow we're doing Who is the Female Face of Hip Hop. We're going to try to get that in before I got to go on tour. I got to leave for tour early in the morning Saturday, so we're going to try to get that in tomorrow. Is Cardi B the new face of hip hop? Is Nicki Minaj still around?
Has there been a changing of the guard?
Has there been a changing of the guard? Where's Remy? Young M.A. So listen, y'all get ready for that tomorrow. But any females watching today...
The bigger the bag, the more accusers.
Period. Any females watching today, understand that we're not here to say everybody who calls rapers a liar. This question is just one that needs to be asked because it doesn't seem like the severity of the consequences for falsely accusing rape is as what do you call it? It's as severe as the person who gets accused.
And
women, what are we gonna do about that?
Of substance and morals that would never entertain the thought of falsely accusing a man of such accusations.
And there's most of you. That's most of you.
And y'all should feel some type of way too, as I'm sure you do, when you hear that type of foolishness about a woman falsely accusing a man of that charged rape, and it being and not being true. So for a bag or for 15 minutes of fame or whatever the justification is,
So let me give you a small story. I know it's getting late. We're gonna be done soon, but I think every man needs to hear this, and every woman needs to have this recognized. I heard a number the other day. I didn't want to believe. 1 in 5, and more likely 1 in 2 women have been inappropriately touched, abused, assaulted, or misconduct in the workplace from being a child until right now, whatever age they are. That's 1 in 5 and maybe 1 in 2 because most of them don't report it. So when women hear stuff like this, it's so easy for them to believe. When you say Nelly did this, they go, "Up, told you." Because believe it or not, half of them have been touched. Half of them have that to go on. It's hard for men to believe it because we don't even live in those numbers. When I heard that number, I thought that had to be not true. That had to be fake. But believe it or not, from the time a girl is born up until 25, 50% of them say they have had some sort of inappropriate relationship, touching, talking to, or action sexually. So it's easier for them to believe something like this. It's harder for us, for people who haven't been fondling women, right? But with that being said, women, please understand that just like we have a bias, you have a bias because of what you have been through and what you know your friend has been through if it wasn't you. Look at this. Look at this from what it is. No charges. Consistently. In a time where now we're starting to really look at this. It's not, Bill Cosby was just in court. Someone like him would have never been in court even 10 years ago. It's getting better, but on the other hand, these women have no consequences for lying. There's no consequences for lying.
That's what we're speaking on. What should be the consequence? Or what?
Holla at us, women. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's how I wrap it up. The women should feel the strongest about it. And those who are on the up and up and say, if a man didn't rape me, I'm not hollering rape. Period. Bottom line. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Yeah, y'all let us know. That's my wrap up. Y'all let us know what should be the consequence. Should they be in jail doing 10 to 15 for hollering, such nonsense and smearing them, trying to, drag a brother through the dirt.
I'll tell you what. Wait, if Oprah get accused, how many men would do this? Yeah, there's another stigma that we might need to talk about, and I saw that other one too. Time to work. That's another stigma we need to talk about.
A deadbeat is a deadbeat on both sides. So to say there's no
male
deadbeats, I would imagine that the number would probably be high.
I think it's too. That stigma is a bit too much because as a man to even say you got raped by a woman, the ones who really don't even come out with that because you're less of a man and you're this and that. I think the stigma is punishment as well. Whereas you're not gonna be able to go get you a mini series and a Eon Love Fix My Life as a man who said that Oprah raped him. As a woman who said Nelly did, we're not saying she didn't or didn't or did, but as a woman who said Nelly did, tomorrow she'll have a show. Tomorrow she'll have a book.
I disagree with that one. I watched the whole week of Bruce Jenner coverage just because he changed into a man or just because he changed into a woman. So if a man comes out and hollers that he was, especially by a celebrity, somebody high profile, just as these women do with high profile celebrities and accusing them of rape, if a man did that, if somebody says, Venus Williams or Serena Williams Yeah, I think he would get a show the next day. I do. A book, a deal, a movie deal, a mini-series deal.
It'd be hard to believe. I don't think they would want. Nobody would want to believe it. Nobody would want to touch that.
Holla back on that feedback.
Those are the questions, man. This is more of a debate with you guys, actually. So, holla back, people. You agree with Slim? That's fair. That's fair. Time to work. That's fair. Listen, I got a very special shout out though. Let's turn this off. Chi-Town's Bori 15. He's been watching for a while, and he left a message yesterday. He said, LMAO. He threw in Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch. He said, it's all love though. I haven't been watching you guys for a while. I have been in a funk. So many things going on. Plus my family is in Puerto Rico. 1 second. Now, I just wanted to give a special shout out to Chi-Town's Bori 15. It has been a while since we saw you. I also left a message. I want to know how your family's doing, if you've heard from them. He said he only heard from one side. Listen, man, y'all check in. Y'all check in with us and with him. It was yesterday's show. The devastation that happened in Puerto Rico, we never got to talk about that either. It seems like it's back to back to back to back. So sometimes we're gonna miss things.
Yeah, catch up.
Yeah, it's hard to catch up. But man, Chi-Town's Bori, I told you we'd give you a special shout out, and here it is. I hope that you find the other half of your family soon. Eminem dissing Trump.
Appreciate that too. We didn't need to get into that.
Yes, thank you. Time to work.
Expertise field too.
We going in.
Trump.
We going in Tuesday. We might even do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
We going in Tuesday. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
Appreciate that one.
I can't. We appreciate that. But listen, Chi-Town's Bori 15. This is for you. This is for you. I hope everything is good with you. We're praying for you. And everybody else who's watching, go check yesterday's show. Check in with him. Let's leave a message, man. Just say hello. That's all you got to do. Let them know that people are here for him. With that being said, we going in on Eminem talking about that. That may be tomorrow, but we already planned for Cardi B, so and the female face of hip hop. So if I had to change it, I don't know. I don't know. But that was cold. The basement, y'all.
We off this.
Peace.